It's too much to just be a coincidence why these dogs keep coming into my life. And I see the officer come up to me. She's like, Gabby, you have to see this dog. And I look over and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never seen a dog ever, with such a unique face. He was about 10 months old and he was brought into the shelter by his owners. They said they were moving and they couldn't take him with them. He's just deformed. That's pretty much what the owners had said. And I'm like, of course I'll take him. At that time, I didn't understand why he couldn't walk. So we tried different things, help him, get motivated to walk a little bit further. We spent a lot of time in a kiddie pool with him, trying to get him used to walking, which he did. He ended up getting pretty speedy. I had to learn how he liked to eat, how to give him water, because he didn't like to bend down like a normal dog. So it was definitely a learning curve. The first few months were pretty challenging.
There you go, marching man.
He might have this rare genetic disorder called mucopolysaccharidosis, also known as MPS 6. This new disease that most people, including myself and a lot of vets, have never heard of or even seen because it is so rare. It literally affects the whole entire body. It's progressive. Majority of them don't live past 6 months of age, but the ones that do, they live on average for 2 to maybe 4 years, sometimes 5. First, I'm dwelling on the fact that, his life is going to be cut short, and it was just so heartbreaking with them. So I'm like, you know what? It's not worth worrying about what's going to happen in the future. Just enjoy literally every day, because that's how Walter lived. He didn't know he was different, and he literally lived just enjoyed every little thing, whereas laying out in the sun first thing in the morning, listening to the high school marching band down the street. So that's what helped me kind of get past, this terminal diagnosis, to help me be able to help him better. It was just something so unique about him. A lot of our followers, they know what MPS looks like through Walter. One of them actually saw a dog in Bakersfield and is like, Gabby, this dog has the same body conformity as Walter did. I called the shelter, I asked him a little bit more info, and I'm like, this dog most likely has MPS. They were going to euthanize him. I ended up leaving work early, did a 4-hour drive all the way to Bakersfield. But lo and behold, I see this tiny little dog. I had never seen something so small. He was 2 pounds and as feisty as ever. He was full on min pin, very bossy from the beginning, very opinionated, but he still had a sweet side though too.
Are you playing with your child? No?
He just liked to tell me what he liked and what he didn't like. Winslow came in pretty good shape. His weight was pretty good. He was able to walk. He was just very small. He probably was more delicate than Walter, actually, because of his small size. But majority of his life, he actually did pretty well. He declined over probably 4 months, but he lived, such a great quality of life. He was loved until the very end. After Winslow, I'm like, there's a reason these dogs keep coming into my life. You never see dogs with MPS. The fact that, let alone 1, 2, and now, there's a 3rd one somebody brought up to me. And I'm like, there's a reason why these animals, these special MPS dogs keep coming in my life. I knew Benjamin needed me. He was all the way in Houston, Texas, and I had just lost Winslow. So I drove all the way from California to Houston to adopt little Benjamin. He's continuing on pretty much their legacy. Benji is a total sweetheart. He literally just is such a goofy little dog. He loves belly rubs. My hopes is that we can keep him, as happy and healthy as we can. As long as he's happy, we want to enjoy what time we have left with him. This is my calling. I was able to put my emotions aside, put my sadness aside, my grief aside, to be there for them. It's very hard to do, and I feel like this is a gift I've been granted pretty much, that I can do this for them. And so I think there is a deeper reason why they keep coming into my life. for the rest of my life, I want to continue to help dogs like this. It can be emotionally, hard, but the reward of seeing this little dog, like Walter Winslow, but Benjamin thrive is just so worth it. And you are making a difference in that animal's life, even if it's a short life, even if it's, if you don't have them for very long, it still makes a big difference in their life.